Welcome to the Style Center. I'm your girl, Devin Dion, and today we're chatting it up with some local models. We're having a roundtable discussion about things that matter. And who are you?
I'm Paris Chanel. I'm owner of the Paris Chanel Modeling Talent Agency here, and I'm model as well.
Yeah.
And I'm Christina Washington. I'm a freelance model from Memphis.
My name is Monet Marshall, and I'm also a freelance model in Memphis.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Are y'all excited to be here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to make sure we answer correctly. It's okay to speak your mind. Starting with you, Monet, what's one word to describe the local modeling scene in Memphis? Be honest.
Miseducated.
For you, Christina?
I'll say organized.
And for you, Paris?
I've been doing it for a long time, so I have a lot of words that come to mind. It's kind of hard to, from an agency standpoint, it's kind of different as well. I have to agree with both of those. Ill-informed, for sure. It's a lot that they need to learn, when it comes to everything other than, just the modeling, just the business, period.
So when you say that, are you speaking in general, or are you speaking from personal experience?
Well, definitely personal experience. I've been modeling 14 years now. Born and raised in Memphis, so I was kind of like around when the scene was kind of up and down and up and down. So it's never a consistent thing. You see waves of people come in, and then all of a sudden people break out, and then it's kind of dead again. And it's all because a lot of them feel privileged too. I guess that's a word that's best used. They feel that you owe them something, but they're not willing to put in the work, I would say. So
I agree with that. Christina, when doing events locally, do you feel like a lot of models compete with you?
Yeah. We compete for the job and the next job too. And most of the jobs, most likely they just using you if you're not getting paid for it, or like just collaborating on stuff. Most of it is collaboration than anything. So yeah, mostly it's really competitive.
Monet, when doing an audition, do you feel like there's a disadvantage against you walking in?
Personally, no. Everyone, in my opinion, comes in with the same mindset. I'm here for one thing, and if you're just there just for fun, then cool. But I think that you just come in with whatever talent you've been working towards. Just like Paris said, you got to work for it. And if you didn't work for it, then don't show up thinking that somebody has an advantage on you personally for any other reason other than you just are prepared.
Something that's trending now, a lot of models, like the model walk, is real routine. It's real jiggly. I personally don't like it. I feel like it's tacky. How do you feel about that, Paris?
I think I'm not going to say it's a Southern thing. That's called theatrical. So that's the theatrics of everything in the real modeling world. You're not going to find all that. I mean, you do have like these bizarre shows, like sometimes in Paris and London, where somebody may be flipped upside down or somebody or whatever, just to bring something new and fresh to the scene. But for the most part, you're not going to see all that twisting and turning and all. I mean, why? You're there to display the clothes. It's not about you.
I'm glad you said that. It's not about you. A lot of models try to steal the show, and you're actually, I feel like, making a mockery of yourself when you're doing all that.
Right. Because at the end of the day, they're not there to see you. They're there to see the clothes with the designer's creation. So I agree with that.
I was scouting one event, like just looking at models, and I tried to give advice. I'm not a model. I'm just in the fashion industry, but I tried to give her some words of advice because I heard the women on the board complain about something she did, and she was totally rude, and I would never forget that. She was like, "Baby, I've been doing this. You stay over there. I got this." And she went out there and she didn't get chosen, and she pulled the race card, and I didn't agree with that. And I'm like, "Hey, I kind of overheard them talking. I tried to give you a heads up, and you totally dismissed what I had to say." How do you feel about helping the next model, just passing on words of encouragement? Do you feel like they really hear you out, or they ignore you?
I don't think so.
Well, I recently just did like an event for that thing to help and encourage a lot of other models and teach them stuff that I know and string them on their weaknesses. So I did a event. It was called What's Beauty, and it was basically showcasing a lot of models that I felt like that they were people wasn't picking them because of their look and their diversity and their styles and stuff. So I showcased them. I gave them a lot of free promo, and then I did like a networking thing after that. And it was like I told them to have business cards and that, and gave them good advice to have and stuff. So I mean, a lot of them did that. Some of them didn't, and some of them just wanted the free promo. So it was basically like a use thing. So sometimes people like don't want the help or don't take it.
I feel as though some people just don't care to learn more. You can tell them it's not all about the walk. You can tell them it's not all about taking pictures or doing lingerie. But if they don't receive it, if they don't care to receive exactly what you mean, then I mean, at that point, it's not really about trying to educate them anymore. It's just them choosing the opposite way. So I think that you just have to realize how to send the message, like, this is what you gotta do. This right here isn't gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. You gotta learn other ways. You gotta learn how to, I guess, brand yourself as well too. Because when you're learning about modeling and all of that, again, it's not just about the walk. It's about branding yourself. Why would I choose to work with you? You know what I mean? So you gotta learn how to bring something to the table as well. That's also a lesson that they need to learn.
Thank you for that answer. So you have it here with the models. Do not change that channel. We'll be right back with more details on the local fashion scene. We're back here with the Style Center. We're going to pick up where we left off. Paris, did you have something to add to that?
Yes, so I'm very selective with who I help. I've tried to help a lot of people over time, and everybody's not willing to receive the help. Also, too, there are a lot of people here that attempt to teach, but they don't have the knowledge either.
I see that a lot.
Yes. And so you're continuously spreading all this word to people, and they're taking in knowledge that's not really helpful to them in their careers and success. And you have people like that who pretty much say, well, I've been doing this and I know this. And it's like, well, just trying to help you out, but since you know it all. And a lot of people feel like they do know it all, so they don't have room for growth. I've been doing this for a long time, and the industry changes every day. I still have room to grow. I have to study my craft, and a lot of people aren't doing it because they're really not that serious. A lot of people use it as a hobby and not necessarily a career. And in Memphis, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff here, but we have a lot of potential, but we can't grow if we're not willing to listen. So definitely when people come to my agency, I look for certain things and I develop. That's what I do. And so when I see something in that person, I'm like, okay, are you serious? Because I don't like my time wasted, and I don't want to waste yours either. So when they want to move forward, then there's the helping process, and they have to be willing and open to take all their criticism.
And then in this generation, like, everyone's an Instagram model.
Mm-hmm.
Like, taking a picture it's more than that. Modeling, like, a lot of people tell me, you're tall, why don't you model? Because I don't have what it takes. Like, y'all really do have a talent. Y'all know how to pose. Y'all know how to walk into a situation. Like, if you're building your portfolio and you meet a random photographer, you might not be comfortable taping up your boobs and shooting implied nude or whatever that case may be. How do you feel about walking into a situation and a photographer is asking you to do uncomfortable things?
It's over with. We ain't even going there. Like, that's one thing. Like, that's just a part of personal growth. Like, if it's not comfortable, like, if it makes you feel ill, don't do it. Like if something's just not right with this situation, and you've logically thought it over, then I say go with your gut, because I mean, if you're really passionate about it, you'll know. All right, this just really sound crazy, or all right, this sounds pretty reasonable. This sounds about right. Go for it. But if you just don't feel comfortable with something like that, whatever it is, then no, go and go for it.
How do you feel, Christina?
It's definitely a no for me, but I've been in situations like that where I probably booked a shoot or got booked for a shoot, and we had a concept, and then, oh, we're done with the concept. Well, I feel like we should do this, we like this right here, and I'm like, this is not my style of, modeling. Like, that's a whole different, you know, era. I don't model like this. So you definitely have the right to say no, walk away from it. So it's easy a no for me, and I'll leave.
A lot of models are afraid to say no because they feel like since the photographer reached out to them, they have to do whatever that photographer says. How do you feel about that situation?
Well, I definitely recommend models do their research heavily before working with anybody. And a lot of times, a lot of people use other people's photos, and it's not theirs. It's the photographers here that do that. And I had a friend
Tell
that
me off
just
camera.
I had a friend that worked with this guy, and I was like, "Why did you not talk to me?" I was like, "That's not his work." She was like, "I knew something was weird." I said, "See, you should have come and talked to me first." But you have to do your research so you can see what type of things that they shoot, and if they're willing to try something new with you, don't necessarily don't take it as they're not being professional, because they can want to try something new or they see something in you. Now, if you're not comfortable doing it, then please speak up and say that, because you don't have to do anything that you're uncomfortable with. But don't assume that just because they offer something different that it's like oh, well, no, that's unprofessional and I'm uncomfortable automatically. I mean, not necessarily, because some models are into certain things, and some people are comfortable doing nude artistically, some people who doing implied, some not. So I always say try to be open to the ideas, but don't like automatically just assume off the bat that he or she is trying to do something weird. But do your research. That's important.
When updating portfolios and comp cards, promoting yourself, do you go for sex sales or do you use more professional, high-class fashion photos?
I use a lot of high class professional photos, because the sex sales stuff only get you so far. Then it puts you in a certain category, and it's hard to get out that category. So I had to do a lot of rebranding from that. So a lot of my stuff would be more high fashion headshots and body shots of like nice clothing and stuff. So yeah, I definitely go with that.
I personally would just go with the high fashion. The sex sales things just uncomfortable to me. But I also have life outside of modeling, where I am an influencer to younger girls, and I've been an influencer for a minute, and so to me, my modeling life could make it to them. What would I want them to see? You know what I mean? I don't want them seeing somebody looking trashy or whatever. I want to send something positive to them, because they're also part of the reason why I do this. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I've always been told you should be a model just because I'm tall and skinny, but at the same time, I'm an athlete. That's what I've always done. And so when I tried it and liked it, I saw Lupita on TV. That was when I was like, ooh, I might could do this. So the way that inspired me, I feel like I am to inspire younger girls coming up behind me. So I choose the high fashion because I want them to know this is another route as well.
I guess kind of like to pick on the wording. It depends on what you mean by sex sales, because somebody can look at me as a sex symbol because my modeling is completely different from fashion. Now, I definitely started doing fashion. My breasts are too big, realistically. So I was like, well, I don't want to give up on my dream. Let me figure out what I can do to maneuver that. And I started doing bikini and lingerie modeling. Most people are going to consider that sexy, so it's going to sell sex, per se. I have a lot of kids that look up to me. Do I feel uncomfortable sometimes because it's probably going to get to them? Yes, but should I stop living and doing what I love? It's my life. And they see it on Instagram and YouTube and TV all the time. So I mean, it just kind of depends on how you want to go about it, but everybody can't do fashion.
So you have to go for what you know.
I mean, you have to go for what fits you. And you can break barriers, don't get me wrong, but, you know.
Thank you for that. Stay tuned. We have more coming up.
Hey y'all, it's me Taylor with the Style Center. Catch us on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. on Comcast Channel 31. See y'all later.
I'm still here with the lovely ladies on the fashion scene in Memphis. I have one question for y'all, and it's gonna be a bit out there. What's the difference between a photographer and a person with a camera?
So I would say, like I referred back doing your research, you can definitely tell the difference. For someone who's starting out, like I said, you have to look at other models who maybe you aspire to be like. Look at the type of work that they're doing and the type of photographers that are presenting themselves to you. You can definitely tell the difference in quality. A lot of people are easy and eager to jump at opportunities just because, like, oh my gosh, I get some more pictures. But if it's not helping or building your portfolio, why are you doing it? You know, so it's just all about doing your research and comparing and contrasting the different work that you've seen.
A lot of people don't think like that. They're just like another photo.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I would say the same thing with what she said. With you can tell when it's somebody that's just taking pictures and is not a photographer, and you can even see the vibe of, oh, they just really want to be around you or do this to be around the girls and shoot the girls in whatever they wearing and all that, like on creepy stuff. So you can definitely tell by and the quality of editing. And really, if it's their passion or not, it's something they really want to do, it's just fun for them.
How about you, Monet?
That's still a tough one for me. I agree with both of them as far as looking at their work. I think you could get a little bit more specific. It's like, is their work more maybe fashion themed, or is it more graduation picture themed, like that kind of photographer? Do they have a concept in all of their work, or what kind of people do they shoot? You can tell, like, some people, or I guess you could say some models would definitely just go more towards in the beginning of their careers the sex sales way. And maybe they don't know better, so that's why they choose photographers who always come at them with that type of photo shoot. Or maybe a photographer, again, is one who just does events like graduations and birthday parties. You wouldn't just set up no shoot with him just because he takes great pictures at weddings. It's an event, you know what I mean? So I would say just pay attention to what type of shooting they're doing, along with the work of their editing and all that. So
I agree with that. When taking care of yourself, do you have a daily routine? Do you diet weekly or only like before an event or a show?
You called me.
I go first. Well, I got a personal trainer, Coach Wayne, and I have to train. I only train for like an hour, so my schedule is like 10 o'clock. I train for an hour at the gym.
That's every day?
Yeah, that's every day.
Ooh.
And I'm done at 11. Then I don't think I eat until like 3 o'clock. And it might be like fruit, yogurt, or something real light. And then I have like a regular meal. But I'm not vegetarian, pescatarian. I can't do that. I still eat a little unhealthy, but I still try to eat a small portion of unhealthy food. Like not a big 2 plates, 3 plates.
But you work out daily.
Yeah, I work out daily because I eat a lot, but I've been trying to work on my dieting, but I can't do the vegetarian route.
See, I got to be like you. I need to get
Yeah.
that training in. Shout out to Wayne.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Wayne. We're going to put that link right under there.
How about you, Paris?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. Let my neck go ahead. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite over here.
Well, as far as working out, since I'm a coach, I'm still active with my players. I don't work out like I used to. Work-life balance, workout balance ain't there. So I fit it in when I can. As far as dieting, I've always been a healthy person. Like, you know, when you was a kid and your parents made you sit at the table till you ate your vegetables. Well, I never had that issue. I didn't like all the meat and neck bones and all this stuff, so I couldn't leave the table until I ate the meat. So I was almost vegetarian as a child, but you know, we had chicken every day and then I still like that. But my routine for my nutrition is mostly healthy. I have my days where if it's stressful, I gotta have my chocolate. So, but dark chocolate's good for you, so that one won't hurt you.
We know.
It won't hurt you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty consistent as far as my eating, and as far as like my skin and whatnot, I try to keep it simple. I don't like to use a whole lot of fragrance lotions. I don't use a lot of fragrant soaps either. I think I stick to like 2 soaps now, and coconut oil is the only lotion I really use. So I try to keep it up as much as possible.
You have the skin secret,
Girl.
coconut oil.
Whatever oil you want.
When prepping for a show, do you usually, I know a model that does not eat until after the show. Do y'all do like weird things like that? Do y'all have a secret when prepping for a show?
Yes. The week of is when I decide to get serious. So I might actually work out every day, every morning.
Does it make a difference? Or it's just a mind thing?
No, it actually makes a difference.
Well, what about for you?
I totally. Well, like I said, I work out that first hour every morning. So sometimes if I'm hungry, I'm definitely going to kind of eat unhealthy, like an unhealthy breakfast. But if I'm moving fast, it's going to be fruit or yogurt. Like, real simple.
So you're a morning person. You're
eat
sticking to it. I wake up every morning, I work out, then I eat.
Mm-hmm. I don't eat before I work out, though. Like, it's number water. Gatorade.
And for you?
The last time I've done a show, but I'm an adrenaline junkie, I guess. So for me, like, I like to thrive off of the energy. So I don't really like to push myself too much on the foods and liquids because I feel like you get bloated. And that could be like an old-fashioned model thing. I don't know what they necessarily do these days, but I'm not saying I starve myself, which need to eat. People need to eat. That's an important thing. People think models don't eat. I eat. I have a high metabolism, but I love to just let my natural body just kind of do its thing, and then once I finish the show, I'm going to pig out. Like, I need to, get all my stuff going. So, I mean, I don't really have a routine, but I just, like to let things naturally flow.
I know we've been hitting a lot of topics. Tune in next week for the finale. Style Center, Comcast 31, every Wednesday at 10 p.m., y'all.